My boyfriend and I planned a camping trip in Canton, Oklahoma for October 27 and 28 of 2018. We got to our campsite late in the afternoon and started to set up like usual. Unload the truck, set up the tent, set up our chairs around the fire pit ring, and pile the firewood up. I was really excited for the fire later because we had bought a huge log that had one of those holes through the center and soaked with some sort of long burning solution. We got all of our comfy stuff tossed in the tent. We set up our lights and speaker, hung around the fire ring, listening to music, talking until the sun went down. Then my boyfriend started the fire with the single giant log I was excited about. As we were sitting in front of the fire, the sun completely down at this point, the speaker started to mess up. It was a weird, loud, glitchy static that happened several times, which I had never heard before. We figured that maybe it was because the internet was spotty, or maybe the speaker was too far from the phone it was connected to. So, my boyfriend went back to check it out on more than one occasion, and couldn't figure out what the problem might be, because we had okay cell service. It started to creep me out, and maybe him as well, but he never said a thing, even if he did. To change it up, we decided to just leave it alone and ignore the glitchy static, and go open the fritters and bean dip we brought and crack some glow sticks at the table. This is where everything ended. I dipped one or two fritters in the bean dip, opened a pack of glow sticks, and sitting across me at the picnic table, my boyfriend opened one of the glowing sticks packs that you make into glasses. He put the connector piece in his nose, like it was oxygen tubes. I remember it so clearly. I remember laughing really hard and saying, "Oh my god, get that out of your nose." And the very next thing I remember was waking up in the tent. I was in a sleeping bag, nearly all the way zipped up, and my boyfriend next to me asking me if I'd unzip the sleeping bag and share it with him because he was freezing. And then, that's when both sort of snapped out of a sleepy daze and looked at each other so unbelievably confused and honestly really scared. So we sat there confused and sort of lost for words. So I said, "What the fuck happened? Why are we in here? How? What the fuck?" I didn't know what to say or think, and my boyfriend looked just as confused and scared. He shook his head in confusion, and it was all over his face too, just shocked and scared. Then he said, "I don't know, I have no idea what the fuck happened. I just woke up a few seconds before you. I was just laying here, flat on my back. No pillows, blankets, nothing." Which for him is weird because he sleeps with a million pillows. We sat there and talked through what all we had done and what we last remembered. We remember the exact same moment of him putting the connector in his nose like a breathing tube and laughing our asses off. I was really freaked out and kind of hesitant to leave the tent. I've never in my life felt so confused. So we laid back down and he wrapped his arms around me and we kept going over what had happened and how it was so weird that it didn't feel like we'd been sleeping on the ground all night. It's pretty typical to wake up from a night in a tent feeling a little achy. So after a while of talking and nothing making sense, I was ready to finally leave the tent. So I started looking for my jeans and couldn't find them. So I said, "What the hell? Where are my jeans?" This is not unusual for me to sleep in only a t-shirt, but it didn't explain where they were. And all of a sudden, I had a really scary flash of the night that I could clearly remember. I was sitting at the picnic table. He was squatting in front of me and I was panicked and crying hard and really scared. I was pulling giant stickers, thorn things from my jeans, and in this memory my boyfriend was trying to calm me down and comfort me and said, "It's okay, babe. You gotta grab them just like this." This very clear memory was like a slap in the face. It had to have been no more than a 15-second memory. So I tried to explain what just came to me to my boyfriend, and he said, "I don't remember that at all. Maybe it was a dream." It made me a little irritated because it was so clear and I knew for sure that it happened. So he said he'd run out to the truck to grab my bag with clothes in it. I looked out the tent door flap and saw my shoes side by side, set there all nice, not flung to the side like I normally would do. But when I looked at my shoes, my right shoe's laces were covered in those giant thorn sticker things. So I yelled, "Babe, it did happen. It wasn't a dream." And I said it again, exactly what he said in my memory, and it came back to him too. He had remembered exactly and clearly. When he came back to the tent, he had already looked even more freaked out and said, "Your jeans were folded nicely on your seat in the truck. You really need to come out here." So I got dressed and stepped out the tent, and the first thing I noticed is everything left exactly the same as I remembered it on the picnic table. There was a single Frito in the bean dip. The pile of glow sticks I never broke, still in place, and the pack my boyfriend opened with the little plastic connector piece he had put in his nose right on the table with the other parts. All of our wood was burnt. We had a lot of wood. It was really silent that morning. We walked to the bathroom, and in doing so we noticed again that all of the surrounding lawns were beautifully manicured. So, where did the stickers come from? What the hell happened? How is this even possible? One thing my boyfriend noticed that was not normal for him was he had no pain when he woke up. He was 82nd Airborne Infantry paratrooper and wakes up with leg and back pain daily. So I guess that's the silver lining. Were we abducted? Running from something? Why can't we remember anything? We both believe in alien life, but aren't sure if this is what we think it is. Thoughts? I've always been so afraid of the dark, and even more so now. And I will never tent camp again. Neither of us had any other memories come back to us, and I almost wonder if it's better that way. I'm not looking for answers, I just thought I'd finally share this here. Comments. My friend and I experienced the loss of about 3 hours, and we both discussed it. We were having a few drinks. We had taken about 2 or 3 shots of tequila, which for us was nothing. We had both been alcoholics and usually needed about 10 to 12 shots each before we got drunk. We went outside to smoke a cigarette, and that was the last thing either of us remembered. Then randomly, we both snapped back into reality. We were inside, and I was sitting on the couch next to my girlfriend at the time, and he was just sitting in a recliner. I looked at him, and he looked at me, and we both looked confused, I guess. He said, "What the fuck? How did I get here?" I said, "Dude, what just happened?" We both thought we were just outside having a cigarette and only made it about halfway through our smokes. I asked my girlfriend what had happened because by this time he noticed it was about 4 a.m. and we had gone out for a smoke at about 1 a.m. She said that we both came in with our lit cigarettes. We never smoked in the house, and grabbed the bottle of tequila and went back outside. We both got up and went outside to where we smoked and noticed both our packs had maybe 2 cigs gone from what we remember, and the entire bottle of tequila was gone. My girlfriend said that we kept coming in to pour shots and drink them, but we never took the shot glasses, only took the bottle. Neither one of us know what happened. My girlfriend said a few times she asked if we were going to go to bed soon, and I never even responded to her, but just looked at my friend and we both laughed like we were robots. So to this day we have no idea where those hours went or what happened, but neither one of us were drunk at 4 a.m. when we snapped back into consciousness, and we both didn't have the urge to smoke. We smoked about a pack a day, and when we drank it was usually a chain smoking thing where we felt the need to smoke every 10 to 15 minutes.